Kal Kadosh Bokeron, Mishna Yomi, there's Masechet Bava Kamma, Perek Gimel, there's the third chapter, the last Mishnah, Yud Aleph, 11, and we're going to have to start there's the fourth chapter, and the second Mishnah is going to be the Mishnah 1 in the fourth chapter, in Perek Dalet. So starts Mishnah Yud Aleph. Here we're dealing with the concept of Motzi B'Chavalo Raya. Motzi B'Chavalo Raya means that it's incumbent upon you to bring a proof. The onus is on you to bring the proof if you want to take out money from somebody else. So he says over here as follows: if you have an ox chasing another person's ox, now the one that was being chased was found injured. This one comes and he says, listen, your ox damaged my ox. He says, no, he got hit by a stone, right, against a boulder or against a stone. So he has to bring the proof, right? The burden of proof is the one that wants to take out money from the other one. So therefore, if he cannot prove it, so there's nothing there, right? Okay. So he says, even though there's circumstantial evidence, but it's not enough to do with everything. You need real evidence. You need two witnesses to come and to testify, right, that there was actually an injury. Okay, fine. Another case, if you have two oxen running after one ox, so each one comes and he says, right, this one says it was your ox that damaged, the other one says, no, your ox, because each one is throwing it on the other guy now. So both of them are going to be exempt. But if they both oxen belong to the same person, both of them are going to be chayav. Why? Because, right, it doesn't matter, it's the same person. So therefore, if it was two separate people, so therefore you could say, no, I'm saying it's yours, you're saying it's mine, and we keep on throwing it back and forth, and that's it. And somebody has to bring the proof that whose it was. But if it both belongs to the same person, so now it doesn't matter anymore. So they're both going to be chayav. What happens if there was one large ox, right, which obviously the value would cover half the damages, and one of them is a small one? So the one that got damaged says it was a bigger one that damaged. Why? He wants to cover his damages. But the mazik, the damager, says, no. My animal did damage, but it was a small one, right? Or another case, you have a tam and a muad. The nizak, the damagee, the one that got the victim, says it was a muad that damaged, so he could get full damages. And the mazik says, no, it was only the tam that damaged, not the muad, so he only needs to pay half damages. Again, he's going to have to. It's going to be. He has to come upon him to bring the proof in order to take out the money. What happens if there are two injured oxen? One big one and a small one. And there are two damagers. Okay, again, so the damagee says gadol izik et gadol v'katan ekatan. So the big one, the large one, damaged the larger one, and the small one damaged the smaller one. And the damager says no. The small one damaged the big one, and the big one damaged the small one. So therefore, he's always going to lose out. Or the same halacha would apply with a tam and muad. The damagee says the muad damaged the big one, so he has to pay everything, and the tam damaged the small one. The mazik says the damager says no, it was a tam that damaged the big one, and the muad damaged the small one. Again, in this case, it's a motzi mechavero alav araya. It's coming upon him to come and to bring the proof. Mishnah Aleph in Perek Dalet. So chapter 4, Mishnah Aleph. It's a short. This chapter again, we're going to be speaking about the attacking, right? An animal attacking another animal. So imagine right now you have an ox that damages 4 or 5 other oxen, one after another. So he goes on a goring spree. He goes on one, boom, another one, a third one, fourth. Yeshalem lacharon shabahem. He has to pay only the last one. If there's leftover money, he's going to pay the one before. If you have extra money, you go to the last one is always going to take the benefits. These are the words that have been made. Here, if you look in the footnote, because this doesn't make sense, the footnote here explains that really our Mishnah is talking about that he did a damage, and immediately the damagee went and he grabbed the animal. And once he took the animal, because he was afraid that maybe the guy was going to run away or maybe he wasn't going to get paid, so the second that he took the animal, now he's obligated to watch over the animal. And then the animal again went and he gored. So therefore now the fact that the animal gored, now he's obligated for the payments, not the original owner. So therefore that's why he loses those payments. And then it continues going. That was the case every single time until it took out the last one. So the last one for sure is going to get paid, right? After he gets paid, and if there's still left over from the animal, then you go to the one before, and then the one before, because each one, we were talking about that the ones that got damaged, grabbed the animal because they wanted to get payment, and once they did that, now they're obligated for it. But if Be'emet, it wasn't like that, obviously the first one gets paid, and then it goes according to chronological events. These are the words of Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Shimon comes and he says, Shor shaveh matayim shenagah shor shaveh matayim. If you have an ox that was worth 200, that gores an ox that was worth 200, killing it, and again, the nevela is worth nothing, the carcass is worth nothing, zenutel mana, so the first one is going to take 100 mana, zenutel mana, and the owner gets 100. Chazar v'nagach shor acher shaveh matayim. What happens if he gores again another ox which is worth 200? Ha'charon notel maneh, so the last one is going to take a maneh, right? And then Vishelefanav is only going to take 50. It's going to become 50-50. Chazar v'nagach shor acher shaveh matayim. If it's going to gore another ox, ha'charon, the last victim, which is the third victim, is going to take a maneh as his half damage. And then Shelefanav 50 zuz, the one before him is going to take 50 zuz. U'shnayim anishnim dinar zav, and the other two are going to take only 25 zuz. So basically, that's how, again, we're just doing the division of how do you calculate the different damages, and we'll continue Be'ezrat Hashem.